What's up guys, Treebeggars here. Today we are trying to build some low power score builds because I know a lot of you guys are somewhat struggling to grind the amount of time it takes to get legendaries and stuff and get enough items and resources and stuff so you can build those 10,000, 11,000 power score builds that you see in most YouTube videos at the moment. So what I'm trying to do today is cover some techniques that you can use to build some really cool looking builds with only 3, 4, 5,000 power score. And yeah, I don't know how long we'll take to do this, but we'll just hang out and chill and have fun building a lot of cool looking builds. So I think we should just get into making the first build of today. The only real thing that I have planned at the moment is that we are probably gonna play with the bat cabin, and yeah, I think we are maybe gonna start out by trying some maybe some auto cannons, possibly maybe some rockets. I'm not sure at the moment, but we'll have to see what we can work with. So let's just see how we can start this build out. We have a total of 10 energy to work with at the moment, and I don't think we will be equipping a radiator, just because I don't want it to be what do you call it? I don't want it to be too energy heavy, because the more energy we put on it, the more items we also have to put on it, and if we just stuff it with items, this build will easily be way more power score than it should be. So at the moment I think we are just gonna try to work with the 10 energy that we have. And what I'm doing here is probably mostly just cosmetic, because we want a cool looking build and we want something that stands out on the battlefield. So I'm just trying different techniques and really just trying to see what we can do here to make this thing look really cool. The first thing that I think we need is a wider frame, so let's go ahead and find a wider frame. Let's try out the 6x4 and lift this bad boy up. There we go. And now we should be able to put in a shift wheel here. Yep, fits underneath there nicely. Let's just try to put the wheel somewhere there. Yeah, that should be okay. I wonder if we can do something like this. We can, but that looks sort of silly. But we'll start out with this and then we'll see how everything goes. So we need some armor here in the front. Let's try this piece. Whoops, we do need something underneath there which can hold this piece together. Something like this maybe. Yeah, this looks pretty good. And then we need what do we choose? Maybe some lighter pieces like this. I wonder if this fits in here somewhere. Can we do like that? Can we? Something. Of course, that's the... Oh, but we could... I know I'm just talking to myself. What I'm struggling with here is finding a cool way to fit some headlights here, because I want them to be something like this maybe. Yeah, this could work out okay. Let's put another piece there and then like that. And we should have some double headlights in here somewhere. Boom. Something like this maybe, and then we can curve the front a bit more. You know what? Let's just go ahead and remove that one and then sink this one into there. And how does this look? Not good. We'll just remove this altogether. Actually, you know what? I think we'll move the cabin back a bit because we will be needing some ammo boxes. So let's go ahead and grab some 2x6 frames like that, and then if we go ahead and take the cabin and move that one back just one, maybe two, like this, then this should be okay, and then we can do what we wanted to do before. So let's grab our slope here once again, and let's grab our box. The middle box is actually the best here, I think. Something like this maybe, and then we need something down here too, and I wonder if we can do something like that maybe. Should be okay. And if we can just, I really want to stuff something in here that looks a bit more appropriate, maybe like that. Yeah, that's a pretty neat looking front in my opinion. We already spent quite a lot of parts, but we should be okay. I somewhat wanted to stay below maybe 50 parts or something, just due to the fact that if you guys aren't level 30 yet with the engineer faction, you don't really have access to 80 part limits, but we'll start out with this and then we can always modify depending on how everything works out. But we have something that looks like a front here, so let's start out with this and then just move the wheels back once, because if we do so we can grab ourselves some fenders here and apply to the build too. There we go, and a cover your left, and we have a pretty decent looking front here in my opinion. So let's move on, and right now I just need to see how does that look. Okay, what do you guys think? I guess it's okay. It's pretty decent. We can work with it at the moment. Maybe that's even better. Yeah, that's better. Much better. So, there we go. That's the start. And you know what? Can we fit an exhaust pipe in here? That would look pretty neat indeed. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Hello? No snap point down there? Okay. So this one snaps there and there, so we should be able to move this. That just goes down there. Now that looks pretty stupid. Okay, not gonna bother with doing so. But we have our front, and now we have to put in some ammo boxes, because we are going for a, I think we're going for a dual wasp build. Where do we have our wasps? We have them somewhere. At least we have our ammo boxes here, which we are gonna put in. Not the expanded one, no. That takes up too much power score. So there we go. And I think we just need some additional frames, and then we should be all set and good to go. So there we go, and then 2 more shift wheels. Or probably not good to go just yet, but we are slowly getting ourselves a pretty neat looking build here. And what happens if we put on the peaky blinder here? That actually looks pretty sick in my opinion. So maybe even put it up here so we can put some armor down here. This looks pretty promising at the moment, I'm not gonna lie. And then we should have some scorched here. This could work out pretty okay. Yeah, that actually looks really dope, so I'm gonna work with that. And we are just spending a ton of pieces on the framework, but we do need it, so now we can go ahead and get ourselves some, where do we have our exhaust pipes? They should be somewhere. There we go. And then they can snap like that, which also looks pretty dope. There we go. A really wide rear end, which is really neat. So What do we have here that we can work with? The avia panels, in my opinion, looks really, really cool as well. So gonna try to see if we can fit in some, make some cool looks here. Does it get too low? Yeah, it gets too low. But maybe we can we grab the plain nose and do something? I think we want to move that out one. This is mostly just cosmetics, because I like my builds looking cool. Well, this is actually pretty good. And then we can fit in a... Can we? Yeah, we can. Boom, there we go. That actually looks sort of rad, but we need something with some round... a round edge. There we go. So yeah, this is the basic structure of the vehicle, and I think we are just gonna put the wasps on top because we want them to sit on the cabin, so they will not get blown out if parts fall off. This does also expose our wasps quite a lot, but let's just fit them on here and see what we have. Okay, so we have 2 wasps up here, and I sort of want some protection on them as well, so let's see if we have anything down here that we can fit on. Yeah, we also have these, which are well, there we go. Which could look pretty cool indeed, actually. What if we put them in here and then just drag them out one? Please work with me here, snack button. Oh, they can. How does this look? That actually looks pretty cool. So I think we are gonna go ahead and do it like this instead. Then maybe we can stick something out here. Maybe not. Maybe a hatchet. Those are too wide as well. Nope. You know what? Let's just keep it like this for now. But anyways, we have a pretty basic build here at the moment. What we probably still would like to apply to it is some sort of side protection here, so the frame is not totally exposed. You know, we could just do the most easy thing and put on bumpers, but I don't think we'll do just that because that is a bit boring. So by covering it up more efficiently, we can also cover up the cartridge boxes just a bit better. So let's see what we have here that we can put in. How wide are these? They are too wide. How much can we fill in here? I think 5, maybe 6 butts. If we flip it like this, we can fill in 6 butts. So you know what? We are gonna go ahead and grab the truck slopes here. Boom. We probably should have made room for an engine too. Oh, that's annoying. So we actually have 7 spots to fill in. But let's just keep it like this, and then we can also, I think we can maybe just maybe, can we put in something like this up here? No, we cannot, but yeah, this will probably do. And then we have some room here where we can actually also just fill in something like this, maybe. Yeah, that looks pretty. I guess that looks okay. Anything else we can use? How about these? Nope. So you know, let's just start out by doing that's not gonna work out. I really wish we had more pieces that were like just a 4x1. So something like this, which is 4 long but just one wide, so you could fit them in all of these small cracks. Yeah, I know how that sounded, but anyways, let's see, maybe we can fill in some piping here. That also looks pretty stupid. Oh, yeah. I guess we do it like this. Whoops. So we'll just go ahead and remove those really quickly. Let's turn them around and put them like this instead. And do the same thing here. And again, this is mostly just cosmetic, so don't mind it too much. You can do it however you want to. There's no real one way of doing it. It's just whatever sort of floats your boat, and build however you want it to look nice. I just really like my builds looking cool and looking like an actual car, so that's one of the reasons that I put a pretty decent effort into making good looking builds, because I really want my builds to stand out when I'm driving around, and one way of doing so is just by putting on a lot of nice pieces that really fits well into your build. And there we go. And then let's just quickly throw in, you know, we actually just have to see, we have 28 shots at the moment, so we could probably sacrifice one cartridge box and then get an engine in here instead. So if we do like that and then grab ourselves the hardcore engine, there we go. Let's drive this. We still have 23 shots, but we do have an engine too. Actually, maybe even better if we can just remove the hardcore engine, because we do have the Dunhol's engine too, which is here, and it gives us 14 max speed, 15 power, and this is 910. So we do not get a ton more, but we do have the energy to put into this build. So maybe we should go ahead and grab 2 cartridge boxes and remove this one, and I think we can fit the engine in there perfectly, just like that. Yeah, there we go. So we can put in an engine here, and actually this build looks pretty dope at the moment. We have some square covers here which we can throw in here just to cover up the piping and stuff. Maybe those can even go in here. No, they cannot, because we only have one snapping point. Oh well. We could flip this around. Does that look better? No, that doesn't. This is better. Okay. So, you know, guys, I think we are just gonna keep it at this, because we actually have a pretty dope looking vehicle here. Just want to try something out. Nah, this is much better. And yeah, that's it for this build, I think. So now we only have one thing left to do, and that is try it out in battle. We actually did forget to cover up our wasps a bit here, if we can, that is. Can I put a bumper down there? I actually can, and then we have 2 snapping points there, which is pretty dope, if we can use those at least. You know what? Just look at that. This is perfect, just like we wanted. And then now we just need to see if we can fire these down, which we can't, which is a bit of a problem. But can we get a snapping point to this in any other way? Because I really want the protection there, but I don't I don't want them to just sit there, but at the same time I don't really want do we have some low pieces? Oh, what do we do here, guys? What do we do here? This is sort of annoying. You know what? Let's start out with this and then see how it works out. So we are currently at 3,500 power score and sitting at 4,000 mass. It's a pretty low mass build, so it should be somewhat fast. Let's slap some paint on here just to see how it looks. Looks pretty cool. And yeah, this is a build that most should be able to afford. These are I think 30 each. The cabin was 35, so we're a 105 coins, and then we have 4 shift wheels, which are also something like 30 at the moment. So 30 times 4 is 120 plus 105, which is 225 coins total. So you should be able to get this built in a pretty decent amount of time. You should be able to get it without having to grind too much. Alright, so we have got ourselves a match and we are ready to go. Let's turn on our lights and see how this amazing craft looks. It actually looks pretty dope and has some decent speed in my opinion. If we had more space to work with and we made a bigger craft, we could also put on a chameleon, but that also just really rises our power score by a whole lot. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this so far. We'll have to see. We have a hurricane guy there, which is one of the boring things about this power score. People just make a really glass cannon built with a legendary part and then that's it. And they are super effective, but if you sneak up behind them, it's just an easy kill, so don't really see the point in them. We have some spectres here and some small cannons. Seems like it's just a boring cap game, maybe. Oh, and just a side note, as you can see, we are currently 5 people sitting here. If you are more than 3, you don't really get any extra additional bonuses from it. Whoops. Pre-fired those way too much. Hello? And they just went total opposite directions. So, I don't think we will be doing much. Boom, there we go, 500 damage. And that spike guy actually helped me out. Okay, pretty good hit there too. Hopefully we can take him down. There goes one spike and there goes the other. Pretty dope indeed. And we also just stripped off both of his cannons, so definitely working out okay so far this build. And we also made a pretty good amount of points and still have both our weapons, so that was pretty good first run indeed. So a total of 1300 points and 2 kills, 1 assist. I'm really happy about that one. Okay, so we are running Fortress now, and looks like we have a pretty spread out team at the moment, but we are gonna follow these guys and hopefully we don't run into an entire team, because then we are done for. I know we have some guy just over here. Is it stupid? Okay. Probably is, but we did get a few good hits on him. Can we hit the hover guy over there maybe? Would be pretty good if we could. Just missed him. Oh well. And there's some crickets and stuff. And the guy is still hiding over here and he just fired, so let's go over here. Okay, we already stripped him for 1 gun, which is actually, you know, amazing. Can we do that again? Yep, there we go. There goes his 2nd gun. Wow. Okay, we just cleared him, and let's get out of the way this way. Already made 600 points, which is really happy about that one. And now we've lost both of our wheels. Pretty stupid face check we did there, but what the hell? What can one guy do? Is that a guy or an enemy shooting at us? That's an enemy. Oh well, not the best of 2nd rounds, but we did get some damage done. Let's just sit here and see if we can maybe even hide over here. So if you want to try out this build, I will be uploading this to the exhibition with the name 3500 TB. And you should be able to find most of my builds which ends on TB. So look it up if you want to try it out, and let's have a go with another build. Okay, so for the 2nd build, I'm not really going to walk you through the process because the first one was quite long, and I think you sort of get the point of constructing these huge builds. But what I wanted to bring out here with this piece is that you don't really need the huge rare weapons if you are struggling to get enough coins. What I always wanted to focus on if I was to start again was getting a good cabin and some good wheels, because the wheels just keep you driving for so much longer. White wheels has nearly no durability at all. The medium wheels has 110 durability, where we have the shift wheels which are 145 with a less mass than the medium wheels. So the medium wheels are heavier and still they are weaker, and the twin wheels which we have on is 180 durability and the medium wheels are 110, so you get 70 more here, but also some more mass. And it's a huge calculation process with going for, you know, bonus tonnage, durability, mass and everything. But what I'm trying to say is white wheels are no good unless you have a ton of them on your builds. So something like this is what I wanted to go with, and I basically just went on the exhibition and searched for the Wyvern cabin and Avenger cannons, and I found this build, and then I made a few twists to it, and this is what I came up with for our craft. And yeah, costs, the Wyvern cabin is 30, I think, so is the racing wheels, so that's 90, 120 and 150 for the twin wheels. And then we have a blue cabin in here, or not cabin, engine, the Colossal engine, I think it's called, the Razorback engine, the blue version. Colossal is the purple epic one, I think. Never mind. So again, a pretty cheap build, and we have one cartridge box and one light generator, which is also 30 and 30, so a total of 240. Oh, and by the way, I forgot to mention the cartridge boxes in the last build, so probably around 300 total for the other one. But still some pretty cheap builds indeed, and as you can see, it has some decent speed, handles pretty well, so you can, if you are getting flanked, you can easily turn and hit your enemies, and then yeah, just drive around in this thing and hopefully get some awesome cannon shots in and get some enemies destroyed. So you know what, let's go ahead and try that. Oh, and by the way, forgot to mention that this entire thing is 3,700 power score, so pretty close to the other build, which was 3,500. But we have got ourselves a match here, and again, I really think this thing just looks super cool. So a lot of props to the guy that inspired this build, and I showed you the name in the exhibition, so you can also go and check that out if you want to. Let's see if we will get contested here, or if we'll just okay, so we already have Hurricane guy in here. That's pretty offensive. Boom, there we go, first kill. It hit some weird flipping there, but the kill is ours. And then we have Steven the bot. I think it's a bot, yeah, it is. And another kill for us, awesome. And we have captured the point. There we go, so let's just continue on. I really enjoy cannon builds, so this is actually, whoops, that was not what we wanted to do. Neither was that. People are just struggling to get up here and get the butt kills. There we go, James destroyed, and hit him for some, really stripped him for a lot of stuff. Can we get another hit on him? I think he's pretty low. There goes one cannon. Whoops. Hit that too low, but there we go, he's dead as well. And another victory. And this time we got 1,120 points, so indeed a nice game again. Let's see. 2 kills, 2 assists. Pretty nice. Okay, so we are in probably our final game today, and let's just pray it's a good one, like the last couple of games we had. I think they are rushing our base, so I'm a bit unsure if we are gonna go back or if we have 3 people going for the cap, which is awesome. That's just what we need. And can we... Oops. What do I do here? What do I do here? I'm really choking at the moment. Totally missed that guy. Not good. Oh well. And he took out most of our front there. Luckily we didn't lose our generator. That would have been a bit bad. And hit him pretty good as well. We have one behind us. We have to look out for. 300 damage. Does this have something? Luckily we dodged him. But you know what? We really have to get inside the capsule. If not, when we are pretty much losing this, which we will end up doing so. Oh well. That has been it for today, guys. We did get 1 kill here in the final game. But this has pretty much been it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I for sure did. So yeah, take these tips with you along your journey in Crossout, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.